This is for those that's lost like the Bermuda Triangle. I'm here to wake you all up.
A woman is important. And all my life, I've been around different women, and I learned a lot about life throughout different parts of my life from women.
You know, I don't know if everyone agrees with this, but I've always looked at women as, God. Because and it's just on a logical level, the closest thing to God is, God's the creator of life. Women create life. And, I know how history is always manipulated.
Greeks came to Africa as students to be taught what Africans already knew. Writing, science, medicine, spirituality were already a part of African civilization. Today, Europeans falsify history to make it look like they civilized Africans.
People that are strong or people that are weak always have to make themselves look strong. I could see men just, messing up that whole narration and making it look like physical strength is more powerful than being able to create life.
Billion-dollar ambition.
The original God or goddess was a woman. If we are truly made in the image of a creator, a woman, and a black woman in particular, was the first to be here.
Right.
And this is the history of series.
What came before the light? The void. The darkest dark. The nothingness before the something.
White scientists have been digging up bones out of Africa, getting upset, going, fuck! Another bone! Right. And it's traced to the black woman.
The beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. Now, the earth was formless, and empty darkness was over the surface of the deep, and the Spirit of God was hovering over the waters. Genesis 1 and 2. And this essence has been known as the primordial ocean. And this primordial ocean had a name in ancient Cometicism. And its name was Nu. And Nu was the mother.
The time before time, our primordial beginnings, start in a great sea of chaos, which they called the Nu. This sea of chaos was a formless void of unutilized inertia with unlimited potentiality.
I'm spiritual and I'm real. I came up from a strong background.
Mars was the one who was teaching about Africa since I was a kid.
I'm speaking master, and other people are speaking slave.
Okay.
People that look at me as arrogant are upset at the fact I'm bringing to the attention that I have a fearless way of doing things that they're scared of doing. And I'm being told, here's the key to being free, but they'd rather be dependent on the pattern that they're born into. So they choose to say arrogant. They don't understand my language, just like I don't understand theirs. So I love when people say that, so then I know who the fuck not to talk to.
One thing about our people is we talk about keeping it real, right?
Yes, sir.
Nobody's keeping it fucking real, according to the original document. Now we talk about we original. Well, we want to G-check somebody. What sex you claim? Where you from? What's your roll call? We want to. Where you from? Well, you ain't real to me, homie. Right? You ain't real to me, but you ain't real to me because you ain't representing your lineage. You have not. Your bloodline has been shattered, has been toxified, has been cut off. You're dead.
The Muslims are in conflict with the Christians, and if my slave master is Christian and I'm waking into a new consciousness, then let me go against Christianity by adopting Islam. So I don't believe that Islam is the black man's original religion.
The black woman is God, and when you think about
the
humility and what's that come from, when you think about the origin of the motherland and where we all come from.
I mean, I know I can go into Nigeria and we can look up Allah and we can see that it's a female deity, a womb deity, and it makes sense.
You know, I came up from a strong background.
I was born in the knowledge.
That's a fact.
You know, the conversation is I strayed away from in my growth and development. I had a little path away from the knowledge in the street life. I got caught up in that whole, you know, rites of passage that some of our young men go through being raised in these urban environments.
Right.
Hard-headed little nigga. My mom said I ain't listen. Never wanted to be Muslim or be Christian. North side. Briar. That was my religion. Before the era of the true religion. I'm talking back in 2002. Back when Jay-Z dropped the Blueprint 2. Back when everybody wanted to be like Snoop. My hood was the only red when the whole city was blue. I was only when I first see niggas shoot over Crip and Damu. I was only getting off the after school bus.
40 of us, life as a shorty shouldn't be so rough.
Life as a shorty shouldn't be so rough.
But you know, being Queen Afua's firstborn, oldest, you know, son, I was raised in the consciousness.
I learned a lot about life throughout different parts of my life from women. My mom's was the one who was teaching about Africa since I was a kid.
To the ancient Egyptians.
Under that philosophy, none is potential energy, the primordial soup from which the self-creation draws the necessary materials to create its initial children, who were Shu and Tefnut, of course representing air and moisture, or in the biblical term, these would be the firmament.
The Tefnut begets the water of heaven and the fire of earth. They are then called Nut, which is sky, and Geb, which is earth.
The night sky was seen as the body of the black goddess, sprinkled with stars. Against the background of these stars circle the planets. Ruled by the great goddess, they administer her fate to all things upon the earth.
The universe is the heavens. The planets in the universe affects people on Earth's actions, and that's why astrology can explain characteristics you have by your astrology sign.
It's so funny, crazy.
I'm a Libra.
Okay, I fuck with a Libra.
Yeah.
What day your birthday?
The Selma October.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, man, Libra. Balance that shit out well on the Libra scale.
And Libra the only sign most compatible.
Compatible, yeah.
In Aquarius.
I was praying for a Libra. I got one.
Yeah.
Which is defined by when you born.
These attributes of the Sirius star system were confirmed by the modern scientific community in 1915, almost 40 years before they were reported by Gural in connection with the Dogon.
The Dogon were the original inhabitants of Kim.
Kim is another word for Egypt.
The religious beliefs of the Dogon were first documented in studies conducted during the 30s, 40s, and 50s by French anthropologists Marcel Garel and Germain Deterlaine. A very interesting aspect of Grael's observation of Dogon cosmology lies with the suggestion that the Dogon know subtle details of the star system of Sirius beyond what might be reasonably observed with the naked eye. These details include an understanding that Sirius is a binary star system composed of a large, bright, sun-like star, Sirius A, and a much smaller, darker, dense, and heavy dwarf star, Sirius B. Gural also reported that the Dogon are aware of the 50-year period of orbit of Sirius B and Sirius A, a value that the Dogon assigned as the interval between ritual observances of an important festival called Sigi.
All human beings are star seeds, meaning we are seeds from the star, Nut.
If you don't understand how imperatively, drastically important it is to study yourself, to love yourself, to understand yourself through astrology.
So, if you don't know what the North Node is, let me explain it to you in a nutshell. It represents your path in life from an astrological point of view, your mission, your destiny, what you are meant to do in this lifetime to evolve and to grow as an individual and let go of past karma and of the past in general. The North Node is a mathematical point in your chart which has an opposite. It's called, guess what? The South Node of the Moon.
Although the constellations of the stars contain the destiny of everything, the 5 visible planets and the sun and moon are the forces which administer this destiny.
There's a female deity, a womb deity, and it makes sense.
Finding someone that is, because the thing about a woman is she's not jealous of you, she'll fight for you, she'll care for you. And finding your best friend, because I don't think, your best friend should be anybody other than the person you want to create a life with.
Working through the planetary gods governs all of creation. The god Ra,
Ra means sun god,
is the sun, which sends down energy to the earth, whilst God is the hidden light, which cannot be seen with the physical eyes because it is pure energy.
Within this sea was Nebertcher.
The concept of nter, or netter, or nature, or nature, right?
Which means the limitless one. Nebertcher became aware and desired to create the world and experience it. He spoke his name, Atum, and created his form out of the chaos.
Egypt, Atum, first created himself from a mound of dust.
So what happened before the Big Bang? The ancient Africans had a metaphysical principle of the seed and a receptor in order to create anything. In other words, there has to be a seed like semen, and there has to be something that would receive the seed that it would actually grow and create something.
Science, atom. First scientists say that we are all made of stardust, which is carbon. All human beings are star seeds, meaning we are seeds from the star, Nut.
Atum created itself and had to be both seed producer and receptor. That's why it was masculine and feminine. So Atum created desire within itself. And what desire symbolizes is actually the element of fire. So when you talk about in the ancient elements, fire is the first cause of everything that's in the universe. In other words, something or someone had to desire something or have a fire burning within them that they wanted something created or wanted something manifested. So that's what desire, in this case, Atum creating desire within himself meant that he had a desire or a fire to create. Again, that's the element of fire as the cause of everything.
Religion, Adam, first made of dust. Christian saying, from the dust we came, to the dust we shall return.
Ra is the visible light, placed at the center of our solar system. The sun is an image of God, and as God gives life to the whole universe, so the sun gives life to the animals and plants of the earth. The light of the sun nurtures nature in the same way that the light of God nurtures our souls.